All right. So we're flying through things at the moment, aren't we? Like I said, it is a pretty simple process. All right, so we've covered gift registry. Let's go back to the wedding section. Go back to Mary. Where's Mary gone? Mary and John Smith now. All right, so when the orders are placed, you'll see a list of orders here. If I knew some of the passwords, okay, I'll just go into this one just to give you an idea. There you go. There you see it. That's how you see the order. So there's a list of all the orders that come through for all the clients. So sometimes you might have one order, sometimes you might have 10. At least you can follow up with that client. You can see that all these orders have come through that one client. So I should have just gone back a page, shouldn't I? Computers. Another interesting fact, sorry, I'm skipping all over the place here, is if you're wanting to have a look at all your orders in totals, you can click on the totals and it gives you a list of all the orders that you've received. See, people do spend a lot of money on reorders if they know about it. Family and friends will always constantly go to the site, and if you direct all their family and friends to have a look at the photos, this is another way we do our proofing as well. It's a perfect system for proofing. We don't give out any paper proofs anymore, all right? Because I want them coming to the site. It's easy for everyone. Everyone's got some device in this world. They're looking at photos constantly. They're at work with their girlfriends at work looking at their wedding photos. How easy is it to say, oh, I like that photo, click, order, send. You get more orders when... That's just my process. You can do it any way you want, but I really enjoy getting those extra orders in. Because this day and age, things are getting tougher in the marketplace. And if you had an extra $500 from every client you saw, on top of what you're currently getting, that would be nice, wouldn't it? I think so. All right, so you get the list of orders. Pricing, you can go and set up your pricing any way you want. Like I said, this is your weddings. You can actually go and change that wedding pricing packages. You can do custom pricing for them as well. If you don't want to charge those prices, you just click on that and you can add in whatever you want for your custom pricing. So that client will be able to see whatever pricing you want to give them. The photo section, as we showed you before, that's what that looks like. Registrations will show you all the registrations. So you'll have a list of all the registrations, and this information is really important for you. And Facebook. Does everyone use the Facebook feature that use Fotrel? Wow. You're going to see something really amazing now. Is there all that? Do you use Fotrel? Or no? Okay. I just asked everyone prior to coming in, so that's why I didn't. So with the Facebook side of things, it is one of the best ways of communicating the message. Already, you've sent a couple of emails, you've got the registering online to find out about what you do. You can get portrait sessions from the wedding clients. You can actually do a gift registry. You've got all that information coming to you. The last way of getting this is through Facebook. What we do after the wedding is we fill in the bride and groom's name. Mary, John at ANZ or P.com, and then we just press that. What that does is sends them an email saying that this is our Facebook function from Passionate Photography. Thank you for your wedding photos, blah, blah, blah. We go through the whole process of making it for a while. And for your Facebook application, click here to see your photos on Facebook. So what they do is this application takes the photos you've uploaded and puts them into Facebook. So when they click on it, it opens up Facebook with all the photos already there. 500 photos, 1,000 photos, whatever. They go through and they click on the photos they want to share and press share.
And of course every photo is watermarked and you won't just...
Every photo has my name on it already because I'm using the same file.
Guess what I'm doing tonight?
Amazing, isn't it? Yes.
That puts it up on their Facebook.
On their Facebook. No.
That's one thing I was thinking about. Is it not better to have those photos on your Facebook?
Yeah, it is, and that's how it used to be, but most clients, what happens is when you took them off your Fotrel system, it took it off Facebook altogether, right? Because it was linked to the site. Now, clients were asking over the time that they wanted to keep the photos on their Facebook site, okay? So the only way with legislation and rights and everything else that you had to do, sorry, I know they're walking around a lot up there, aren't they? Is the clients wanted to keep them up there a longer period of time. See, some people only kept them on the Fotrel system for a month, and after a month they were taken off, and then they took it off your Facebook. So the client wanted to have it on theirs, so we set it up in a way where the client was able to have it on their Facebook site for as long as they wanted to. And do you know what? And they do what they want with it, and I see the photos, because most of them are already joined Passionate site as a friend. So I just look through every now and then and I see their name and I go, oh, they're using our photos on their site, which is great because it's got my website on the bottom of them all. I'm only doing it for marketing purposes only. Really, you've got to think of it like that. If you want to have pretty photos, well polished, well cleaned up, you sell those to the clients to put on their Facebook. This is for your own marketing. You need to be able to market to the next client, their friends and family, because they're going to forget who you were. After a wedding, they're going to forget after a couple of weeks, they're going to, oh, that photography was really cool, but do you know what I mean? They don't remember things, but by seeing your name constantly, they're going to remember your name. And that's why I do it. The clients are really happy with it, the ones that are into Facebook. They've never said, oh, I don't want them all, or I don't want this many. They sort it out into albums and mix it around, but it's already loaded. They don't have to sit there and load 500 photos into a holding pen for them to share those with people. If I knew how it worked, I would tell you, but I don't. Like I say, I send this email and I sit and forget, you know, that's what I like about it. Sorry, Cyril.
Oh, no, I was just going to say the resolution. It's not really important. What's the resolution of the image? Each image is going to be quite low.
Yeah, they get compressed. Look, look, there you go. There's a family photo. There you go. Boom. You know. So I don't know what resolution it is. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. All I know is that they can share that with their friends. Their friends can look at their photos.
Are you worried about them?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
As long as you've got it watermarked. I mean, yes, they could crop that watermark off the bottom.
Because a lot of people still do that thing, even if they put it as their profile, they will, I know with my one, they will try as much as possible to crop out the logo.
Really at that point, they've spent enough money with me at the moment. If they're using my photos, they're talking about me. And one thing I've learnt in life, if people are talking about you, you're doing something. And if you're doing something, you're getting work. And it's simple as that. And that's what I'm really into. I'm more into the next job, because you can focus, you can actually shoot a job and spend months working those photos to a point where they're absolutely perfect, and not focus on getting any other work and not have anything for the future. I focus on getting them as perfect as they need to be for what I need to do for the work, and then keep on with the next job, the next job and the next job. When you know you've got 80 or 100 weddings in front of you all the time, you know you've always got work. So that's what my main, it doesn't have to be that. If you've got 20 jobs in front of you, or 30 or 100, it doesn't matter. As long as you know you've got work. And this talk today is a little bit also how this program works, use it more efficiently, and also about staying in business long term. because not many people talk about that. So, and I believe that this is one of the major factors that keeps the work coming into us. So that's what happens from that point of view. With portraits, really interesting. See, I've got this marathon here, which is an event, and I've got a few other events on here as well. Yeah, which I'm going to now move to the events section because the events thing's set up. And then you have a third column, is that right? It's going to be a third column. Once you've set up an event section, it'll have weddings, portraits, events, which is really handy.
So events, no password, anyone can get in? And...
I don't know. You can set up passwords.
You can do that anyway.
Yeah, I know.
If you leave it empty.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, look, if you want to, for that event, it's probably best to send a password to the organisers to pass that on or something like that, or it depends on how you want to do it, yeah. Just got to remember people's rights with photos though. You know, there are moral rights and all those sort of things as well. Okay, with the portrait side of things, I don't just do a portrait shoot and put them online, because you won't get much work. You don't get many sales at all. This is the section where it's the cream. Remember we're talking about the cream? You get the job, you do the wedding album, you do everything, and then you can sell some extra photos online. You do the portrait session, you show the portrait session to your client, you make your sales, and then you put them online for their family and friends to look at them. And we get orders from a family section from all over the world. It's amazing where they come from the UK, from America and that, which is great. Because in the Fotrel system, you've got the option of actually being able to set up an international postage and handling charge, as well as a local one. Yes, Cyril?
So I know your prices are different for weddings and portraits, so
Yep.
it's online. But once you've made the sale, I also do the viewing, and then for family and friends, is the price a little bit cheaper for family and friends? Because that would be a hard one.
No, I'll show you what I do. Underneath the settings section, this is where you go into settings. This is where you set everything up. So for prices, there you go. That's what we do. Actually, they're a little bit cheaper than what we would normally charge by 10%. Yeah, we give a discount of 10%. That's right. The reason why I've got two girls that work for me and they're constantly changing the way they do the portrait marketing. So, but it is 10% because we charge $190 for a photo, for a 5x7 or a half or 8x12. Yeah. So, and then we've got custom prices here. You can put in, like I said, anything you want in the custom section for events.
When you say you can put in anything you like, Andrew, does that, if you offer something that's not just print, so if you print to acrylic or something like that, can you put those sort of things in there as well?
This is just for print pricing, yeah, for what we charge for photos, because these are extras.
Yeah.
We are looking at adding in products and packages and all those sort of things. That's something I really would like to have in the product. Occasionally people do want to purchase the digital file. Yeah. So we've just had that put in down the bottom there where you can put in whatever price you want to sell a digital file to. But if someone came to me and said, I want to buy a digital file of that wedding photo, it's, you know, $155 for that one file. Yeah. Or $200 for the portrait. But we're constantly changing all these prices just to suit times and what we want to do. Yeah. But it gives you the option of being able to do that. So yes, we try to keep the portraits in line with our current portrait pricing. Having a 10% discount after the event for their family and friends gives them a reason for their family and friends to purchase something. It just works. So that's the setting up. There's only look at all the things you have to set up. There's not much at all. Once you've set up your pricing, the payment methods. Yep. Correct. Minimum spend is, there you go, minimum spend $15. You can have it whatever you want. I've had it at all sorts of different numbers. I've had it at $80 or $50, and I just found with weddings, for instance, because we've got them at $20 or something like that, if we had it at $60, that means they have to buy 3 prints. If they only wanted to buy 2 prints, we found that we weren't getting the sales. So I just put it in at $15 at the moment. But you can set it up to whatever you want. If you're just doing portraits at $100 and something odd dollars, yeah. Okay, I just don't do that. I would not do that. We have a proper selling session or a viewing session or a purchasing session or whatever you want to call it. That is the time where they purchase the images. If then you put them online, you've lost the sale. That's like any form of selling, it works like that. Occasionally they might come back and buy extra, but they won't buy as much as they would if they're in there. And that's a whole other seminar on selling portraits. But once they've left the studio, I know they're not going to purchase anything. That's my theory on it, because they generally, yep. Yep. Oh no, but I don't actually have. They don't know that this is an option. No one knows that this is an option. Basically, I go through my portrait session. We do all our portraits, you know, and they already know before the session that they have a viewing, and that's where they purchase the images, and we show them what size, you know, get the measurements on the wall of the house, so we know what size to do it. That's already done. And then when they go through to sale, they've paid all their money, everything's done and dusted. And so now, do you have any family and friends? Because we've already sold some images to them for their mums or grandparents and whatever else we're able to get. And then we say, now, do you have any friends interstate or overseas? Oh, yeah. Well, do you think they'd want to have a look at the photo shoot that you had in the studio today? Great. What we'll do is I'll send you an email with their password and the link so your family and friends can have a look at them. Just leave it like that. Family and friends go there and you get orders, especially of great-grandchildren or grandchildren from, you know. So it's always an add-on, it's not the main sell. Yeah, oh yeah, during portraits, people will always say, oh, can we do that or something? I said, look, it's really important at this session because we've already gone through the process of educating them before they've come in. We have a 4-point plan. Phone call, mail out, information. They know that that's when they do it. So it very rarely ever comes up. But if it does come up, we'll say, look, as you've seen, you've taken a photo of the bedroom that you want little Johnny's portrait to be sitting in. We're showing it to you up on the screen because we can actually project the actual size of an 8x10 sitting on Johnny's wall from the happy snap they've brought in or emailed to us prior to the event. And then I say, now, if you go home with these same images and have a look on your computer, you're not going to be able to see how they look in a timber frame on your wall or a black frame on your wall. So it's a really hard way, and we find that people just go home and it's all too hard, and then I'll have to come out to your house and measure the wall for you and give you some ideas, and it's really, now's the time to do it. It really looks better, and there are a lot of other ways of handling that objection, but like I said, that's a whole seminar I could talk for 8 hours on.